He had exactly $3 in his pocket and 24 hours to change his life. If he didn't find the money by tomorrow morning, he would lose everything: his house, his car, and the promise he made to his little daughter. This is the story of a man named Mark, and the moment he realized he was not alone. Mark was a good man. He worked hard every single day. He was a carpenter. He built things with his hands, but life can be unfair. Last month, the company he worked for closed down. Then, his wife got sick. The medical bills took all their savings. Then, the car broke down. It felt like a storm that would never end. Mark spent the whole day looking for work. He went to 5 different construction sites. He begged for a shift. He asked to wash dishes at a restaurant. He even asked to sweep floors at a grocery store. Every single time, the answer was the same: "No, we are not hiring." Now, it was 6 p.m. The sun was going down, and the city lights were turning on. Mark sat on a cold, wet bench in the park. He felt a pain in his chest. It wasn't a heart attack. It was the weight of failure. He took out his phone. He looked at the lock screen. It was a picture of his daughter, Sarah. She was smiling. Tomorrow was her birthday. He had promised her a bicycle. He didn't even have money for a small cake. Mark looked up at the gray sky. He didn't go to church often. He wasn't a very religious man. But in that moment, he felt small. He whispered, "Please, if you are there, I don't know what to do anymore. I am broken. Please, show me a way." Nothing happened. The sky didn't open. No voice came down from the clouds. Mark sighed. He stood up to walk home, but then he saw it. About 20 feet away, a woman in a thick gray coat was rushing to catch a taxi. She was holding a purse and several bags. As she stepped off the curb to wave at the taxi, something fell out of her large bag. It was a thick, brown envelope. She didn't notice. She got into the taxi. The door slammed shut. The taxi began to move. Mark's heart began to beat very fast. Boom! 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 He walked over to the envelope. Picked it up. It was heavy. It was heavy. It was wrapped in plastic, so it wasn't wet. He looked around again. No one was watching. He opened the flap just a little bit. Inside, there was cash. A lot of cash. There were stacks of $100 bills. It looked like $5,000. Maybe more. Time seemed to stop. $5,000. This money could solve everything. He could pay the rent for 3 months. He could fix the car. He could buy Sarah the best bicycle in the world. He could buy enough food to fill the fridge. A voice in his head said, "This is the answer to your prayer. You asked for help. Here it is. God sent this to you." It was perfect. The woman was gone. There was no name on the envelope. No one would ever know. It was a miracle. Mark shoved the envelope under his jacket. He started walking toward the subway station. He walked fast. His heart was racing. He felt a rush of relief. He was saved. But as he walked, the envelope felt heavy against his chest. It felt like a burning stone. He remembered the woman's face. She looked stressed. She looked worried. He thought about his prayer. "Please, show me a way." Was this the way? To take something that didn't belong to him. Mark stopped in the middle of the sidewalk. People bumped into him. He closed his eyes. He thought about his daughter. If he bought her a bike with stolen money, would she really be happy? What would he teach her? That it is okay to benefit from someone else's loss. Mark clenched his fists. He turned around. The taxi was caught at a red light about 2 blocks away. Mark ran. He ran faster than he had run in 20 years. His lungs burned. His boots splashed in the puddles. "Wait!" He screamed, "Wait!" The light turned green. The taxi started to move. Mark pushed his legs harder. He slapped the back window of the car. "Stop!" The taxi driver hit the brakes. The woman in the back seat turned around, looking scared. Mark bent over, gasping for air. He pulled the brown envelope out of his jacket. You dropped this," Mark said. struggling to breathe. Back at the park, the woman took the envelope. She opened it frantically. She checked the money. She started to cry. Tears streamed down her face. "Oh my God," she sobbed. "Oh my God. Thank you." She looked at Mark. She saw his old clothes. She saw his tired eyes. She saw the pain in his face. "Do you know what this is?" she asked. Mark shook his head. "It doesn't matter. It's yours." "No," she said. "My son is in the hospital. He needs a special surgery tomorrow morning. This is the cash payment. If I lost this, he would not get the surgery. You didn't just save my money. You saved his life." Mark felt a chill go down his spine. He had almost kept the money. If he had kept it, a child might have died. "I'm glad," Mark said softly. "I'm glad he will be okay." He turned to walk away. He had no money. He still had no job. He still had no present for Sarah. But his heart felt light. He had done the right thing. "Wait," the woman yelled. She opened the taxi door and stepped out. She reached into her purse and pulled out a business card. She didn't offer him cash. She offered him the card. "My husband," she said. "He owns a construction firm. He has been looking for a foreman, someone honest, someone he can trust with everything. We have been looking for months, but we couldn't find anyone with the right heart." She wrote a number on the back of the card. "Call him tonight. Tell him Martha sent you. Tell him what you did." Mark looked at the card. It was one of the biggest companies in the city. A job there would pay 3 times what he used to make. "Thank you," Mark whispered. "No," Martha said, getting back into the car. "Thank you." Mark walked home that night. He didn't have the cash in his pocket, but he had hope. He called the number. He got the job. 2 days later, he bought Sarah her bicycle, but more importantly, he sat her down and told her the story. He told her that sometimes doing the right thing hurts. Sometimes it is the hardest choice in the world. But when you choose what is right, you open a door for miracles to enter. Mark prayed for money, but he didn't get money. Egot a test. And because he passed the test, he received a blessing bigger than he could have imagined. The next time you are in a dark place and you feel like giving up, remember the answer to your prayer might not look like what you expect. It might look like a choice. Choose kindness, choose integrity, and watch how the story changes. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please consider sharing it and subscribing for more videos that inspire.